On my wrap. Lie it down on the couch and then grab your baby. This method is called the Santa toss. So if you just search on YouTube for a better instructional video of the Santa toss with baby wearing, you can find that. But basically what you're doing is grabbing the bottom of the wrap and pulling it between baby's legs, taking either side over baby, and then hold it really strong in one hand while you gently take them over your shoulder. And then this part was kind of tricky for me, just kind of figuring out which side the tails went over. But just get yourself situated, keep your baby high on your back, and then always make sure you have a hold on your baby. And this is why you lay them down on the couch first when they're so tiny, because it's hard to reach up behind you and create a seat when they're that high up on your back. So he has a really, really deep seat right now, and I'm just securing it around his neck. So I'm grabbing on the rails that are around his neck and putting them in my teeth to hold them tight. And this is called a ruck. So again, you can find way better videos than I have of how to do a ruck, but that's just what this specific carry is called. So securing one tail between my knees while I focus on the other one and just tighten rail by rail. Make sure it's nice and secure, and you can just reach over your shoulder and just pull out any slack around their neck and then just follow it down into the tails. So I like to take one tail at a time, and everyone does it differently, but with such a thin wrap that's a little bit stretchy, I twist it, and that takes the extra slack from around his neck, and I can just kind of twist it really tightly into the tail. I just feel like it gets it pretty, it really catches that top rail pretty well. But I'm not an expert at this carry either, so that's just kind of how I do it. And then you go right under your arm, over the first leg, under the second leg. I like to push it up really high as I go. And then take the other tail over first leg and under the second leg, and then just kind of shimmy it up, make sure it's really tight. Okay, so I've got my two tails, put one between my legs, and then I kind of spread the other one out a little bit, and you're going under the opposite shoulder. This is called a Tibetan finish. So you go under. He's just kind of crying right now, so I was trying to make him happy. Just trying to figure out why he was crying. He just doesn't like being on my back, so. And then right there, I'm reaching behind me, and I found a little bit of slack, so I was just tucking it under. And then I grab the other side, spread it out just a little bit, and then I'm tucking it under and then out the other side of the opposite shoulder. And normally you would probably spread it out a lot more across your chest, but I just don't really care too much. So I think if I were finishing it as a Tibetan finish, I would spread it out more, but I'm going to be putting a baby in, so. Yeah, they don't love being on my back yet, so I'm just trying to practice this every day and get them used to it since they're still really little. And then all I'm doing is loosening the crosses for the Tibetan finish. And then I put the baby's legs through, so one leg through one side, and then the cross is right on their bum. So they're really securely in there. There are a couple different ways to do this, but this is just the way that I like it. So you put them in, and then you find the inside cross and spread it out. And then again, you just take from edge to edge, you just tighten that side. And then get the outside one. I really love these Rhapsody wraps because they have the nice pattern that just looks really cool once you use it for a carry. So you just tighten rail by rail, make sure that front baby's nice and secure, and kind of bounce him up a little bit. You want them high on your chest, close enough to kiss. And another reason I like the Rhapsody Hybrid is that the tails are long enough. When I use my size 6 woven wrap, I can barely tie under baby's bum. So this is really nice. I like this wrap. And this is the finish that I've been using, just tying under baby's bum. But you can also tie across their back. Maybe I'll try that next time. So tie off, and everyone's secure. Back baby's legs are free. He's a little lopsided, but I'm still learning. And that is it. So Ruck with the Tibetan finish and baby in the crosses.